That is end of class energy right there.
Yeah.
Welcome to today's episode of Your Daily Scrum. I'm Professional Scrum Trainer Ryan Ripley. That is Professional Scrum Trainer Todd of the House Miller.
Hello.
We get together each and every day as part of the Agile for Humans company to help you get better at Scrum each and every day. Join us over at community.agileforhumans.com. It's a .com free community. Why aren't you there? Join us. Todd does a situation room every Monday that turns into a video the week later. You'll love it. Join the conversation. It's free. Lots of people, thousands upon thousands. It's great. Todd, let's talk about this. This came in on multiple comments, actually. We've noticed a trend, people asking us, how should a Scrum team use the Spotify model?
So first of all, they should not directly use the Spotify model. I think first of all, the Spotify model isn't even used by Spotify anymore. Right, let's be straight with that. Second, it's got some good ideas in it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that your company is Spotify.
Yeah. This is, first of all, like and subscribe so that you can better understand this answer. I think liking and subscribing raises your IQ by at least 2 points. Is that fair, Todd? Now, as far as Scrum teams using Spotify, like Todd said, there's some really cool ideas on how people could work together. The tribes and the squads and all of those concepts are neat, especially like communities of practice. And look, the stuff, it's really cool ideas. Now, keep in mind, this is how one company in one context figured out how to best work together within other frameworks and within other ideas. They have moved so far past this model. They've continued to inspect and adapt and evolve that the paper that everyone references back to was written at one point in time that is gone. Right. And so we're not trying to implement the Spotify model. There's no certification for a Spotify model. There's no checklist for the Spotify model. There's some good ideas that I think you should lift and shift and use if it makes sense in your context. Scrum is a framework. Bring those ideas into the framework if you see fit. But as far as like, we're a Spotify shop. No, you're not. There's no such thing. It does not exist.
Yeah, like you said, it was a white paper written on how the engineering culture of Spotify evolved, and it's evolved past it. And there are some really good ideas. And if you abstract the ideas that are in here and think about the way that they approach things from a systems thinking, holistic perspective, there's a lot of really interesting ideas in there that you can take and maybe model and think about so that you can arrive on some of your own new and maybe greater ideas that better mold themselves to the context of your situation. To just take this model and try to implement it will not work for you. That's the same with anything. Right.
Well, and keep in mind, Henrik Nyberg is the one who published that paper back in 2012. Spotify had Nyberg working with them, shaping the way that teams could work together. It's one of the product industry's elite, helping an organization define boundaries and constraints and roles and different ways to scale. I mean, that you just don't have that everywhere. And so it's really, it's a person who's, experimenting and trying things and evolving and changing. And it's not a model. It's the brainchild of a genius. And most of us are not Henrik Nyberg.
Yeah. He's got some great stuff too, Henrik Nyberg. So be sure to check out. It's a little bit of a plug for his stuff, but I don't really know that I have much more to say here with this. I think that it's, as with anything, as with complementary practices to Scrum, read about them, improve upon them, and do what fits the context of your situation.
Yeah. Right? I think the only thing I would add, Todd, is that when people say, well, what does it mean to why aren't there any best practices in Scrum? I think Spotify is a great example. They did what worked at the time. They continually inspected. They continually adapted. They've changed, and it's moved on. Your Scrum practices should too. You stay within the boundaries of the framework, but the way that you work within that framework should mold and change and adapt and move. And then I think we just get better.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
End screen time. Todd, how should people like and subscribe today?
Probably because it's relevant to this, it would be a really good idea to open Spotify on your current computer, turn the volume up really, really loud, and then rip your headphones off with your hand landing on your mouse button and clicking like and subscribe on our channel.
And then as you go to recover, chug down a green beer.
Yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Chug
And
down
have a great
beer.
evening.
Yeah.
All right. Be sure to like and subscribe just in the manner that Todd said. Of course, not blowing out your eardrums. We want you to be safe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Got a lot of stuff going on in the socials. Some videos are going to pop up. One of them is our free Scrum Framework course. Take that course right here on YouTube. Pass your PSM 1 and go conquer the world. The one on the right is a video that the algorithm thinks you'll like. We do too. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. Go forward and do some great Scrum things. Keep evolving your practices. Don't get stuck on any one practice. And we'll see you tomorrow.
See you, everybody.